Good morning and welcome back. It is Friday, the 21st of November. I hope you guys have had a great week and you're getting ready for an even better weekend. It is the end of the third week of November. Wow. November is almost finished. One more week, which is a holiday week, Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are all excited. I'm sure you're all excited about Thanksgiving. Who's not happy about Thanksgiving? Today, I have a great story out of South Africa, a holiday story, and then some more of this day in history and a few quotes for you. It won't be too long today, but I did want to try to catch up with you guys a little bit today and give you something cheerful to think about before you start your weekend. So we'll get right into it. This is one of my favorite characters. And it was always one of my boys' favorite characters also. I hope you like the Grinch. We're going to talk about the Grinch briefly today. This is called The Man Behind the Green Mask. S.A.'s own Grinch stealing hearts this Christmas. And this is just a couple of days old, this story here. And S.A., they mean South Africa in this particular instance. So we'll get right into it. South African Mall's famous Grinch is gearing up to spread his magic this Christmas. In this story, we look past the green mask to reveal the man behind the joy, sharing his name and the inspiring reason why bringing smiles to people's faces lights up his world. This is from Johannesburg, South Africa, and it's from the 13th of this month. Every December, somewhere between the mall carols and the frantic gift wrapping, a man in a bright red suit is making South Africans laugh until they cry, sometimes both at once. His name is Marco du Plessis, and for him, the Grinch isn't just a character, it's something far more personal and far more human. He said, quote, "I cry sometimes when I do it," and admits with a laugh, "Not because I'm sad, but because it's such a strange, beautiful thing to witness. People come alive, they drop their guard, they laugh like kids again." Marco is the founder of a Johannesburg-based company that brings live entertainment and interactive theater around the country. But come Christmas, he trades the producer's clipboard for green paint and a Santa-snatching scowl. It takes nearly 2 hours of preparation, including makeup, prosthetics, and costume, before he's ready to step into character. There's no video with this story today, but there are some nice photos that go along with it. And once he does, all bets are off. Kids scream, parents cheer, and adults line up for selfies and the occasional bum pinch from someone who's clearly had a bit too much festive spirit. South Africans are like that. It's funny. If you've ever known any South Africans, they're a great bunch of people. But beneath the humor lies something deeply touching. Marco remembers one performance that stopped him cold. 2 years ago, a mom told me her little girl's grandma had just passed away, he recalls. They hadn't told her yet. They just wanted her to see the Grinch first to keep her Christmas intact. That's when I realized this isn't just entertainment, it matters, end quote. Marco's Grinch isn't mean, he's real. He's the side of us that's tired, messy, and still trying to find the fun in a world that's a bit heavy. It's funny, Marco says quietly. The entertainers who bring the joy are often the ones alone on Christmas, driving to and from the gigs. We create it, but we don't always get to experience it. Maybe that's why I love doing it so much. It gives me a piece of that joy too. And that's exactly why people connect with him. Behind the green paint is a man who understands what the season feels like for so many, equal parts magic and melancholy. His Grinch reminds us that joy doesn't always come from perfection. Sometimes it's in the laughter that erupts unexpectedly, the kind that makes you forget the year's wait for a moment. The Grinch reminds us that it's okay to feel a bit grumpy or tired, Marco smiles. But when you laugh, when you really let yourself, it's like your heart makes space for joy again. That's what keeps me going, said Marco. This December, Marco and his team at Drizzle Productions will once again hit the road, bringing the Grinch and a lot more laughter to shopping centers, resorts, and families across South Africa. Because sometimes the one who's supposed to steal Christmas is the very person who gives it back. So it was kind of a short story today, but I liked it mostly because I like the Grinch. I like the whole story behind the actual Grinch story. Anything Dr. Seuss, anything Seussical, I like. So hats off to you, Mr. Duplessis, and your team at Drizzle's Productions in South Africa. Obviously, we have a lot of people in the United States who do things like this as well. My hat's off to all of those people who bring laughter and holiday cheer to people during this season. It is not an easy thing to do when you have your own personal struggles to try to bring happiness and joy and laughter to other people during the holiday season. And holidays are really a hard time for a lot of people. So happiness and prayers are my wish to all of those people who are out there during the holiday seasons trying to cheer up the rest of us. So I hope you enjoyed that story. So here we go. On this day in history, quite a few good things happen. Very important thing. In the year 164 BC, Judas Maccabeus recaptures Jerusalem and rededicates the Second Temple during the Maccabean Revolt, commemorated since as the Jewish festival of Hanukkah, which we're going to celebrate in the not too distant future, just in a couple of weeks, I believe. On this day in 1906, China prohibits the opium trade. I think that did a lot of good. We will skip that one and that one. We'll go right down here. Another big one you guys will like. On this day in 1976, sports action film Rocky, the original first Rocky film, directed by John Avildsen, starring Sylvester Stallone, premiered in New York City on this day in 1976. And probably for the last one on this topic for today, on this day in 1937, Dmitri Shostakovich's Fifth Symphony premieres in Leningrad. The ovation for that performance lasted over an hour. Wow. If you haven't heard Shostakovich's Fifth Symphony, it is pretty amazing. I don't think I would participate in an hour-long ovation for it, but it is pretty good. And we will have a couple of quotes before we go for today too, if I can find my tab. Yes, here we go. Most people work just hard enough not to get fired and get paid just enough not to quit. George Carlin. I always arrive late at the office, but I make up for it by leaving early. Charles Lamb. Oscar Wilde said, the best way to appreciate your job is to imagine yourself without one. All the things I like to do are either immoral, illegal, or fattening. Alexander Woollcott. I like to work. It fascinates me. I can sit and look at it for hours. Jerome K. Jerome. And we will have a couple more, and that'll be it. No man goes before his time unless the boss leaves early. The great Groucho Marx. And Albert Einstein. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. So that'll be it for today. It was actually a little bit longer than I expected, but I wish you guys an amazing, safe, restful weekend. Remember that God is with you. He loves you. He's everywhere you are, whether you want to be where you're at or not. He is there with you, and he loves you. I love you, and I hope to see you the next time.